Rebecca Henton is a 39-year-old woman who met the love of her life. They got married just 3 months after they met. Her chosen one, Larry Henton, was a very successful architect. His income was estimated at millions of dollars a year. At that time, Rebecca was unemployed, but Larry treated her very well, bought her great gifts. They went on vacation to various cities. A house was also purchased for £2,500 million, but on February 3, 2008, their wonderful life ended.
Go ahead, caller. What's going on?
My husband has been, it looks like shot or stabbed or something. Something's not moving. I don't know if he's alive. The house has been ransacked. Please, hurry. You gotta hurry.
And we have offers coming, okay?
My life. That's my life. I can't live without this.
Rebecca told that she went to the sports hall, which was separate from the house, and Larry was watching a football match at that moment. But when she returned, her husband was no longer there. She found him lying on the floor in a huge pool of blood. He was shot several times. First of all, she wanted to check his pulse and inspect the house to make sure that the killer was still not in it. Her entire house was searched. After that, she got out into the street and called the police. After the police arrived, Rebecca was immediately sent to the interrogation room.
Thank you. The more evidence, obviously, we can get, the quicker it will be to capture who's done this.
Do we have an idea, anything, neighbors, anybody?
The other officers are out there talking to the neighbors. They're doing canvassing, but they haven't gotten back to me yet.
He's definitely gone, that he can't be brought back to life or nothing.
So far, everything is going well, and the detectives are treating her like a helpless victim with a great loss.
The relationship, there's no infidelity?
None.
No.
None. We are madly in love with each other. We're still on our honeymoon. And if you can question some other people, they'll tell you that.
With each new question, Rebecca realized that she was no longer being treated as a wife who had lost her beloved husband. She was being put forward as a suspect.
We're thinking about this, and both of us are married, and we thought, well, if this happened to us, we don't think we would have left our spouse's side during that time. I mean, especially if we thought there was some hope that they were alive.
I got scared. I thought the best thing for me to do was to get out of the house.
What were you scared of at that time?
What had happened? Call the police, get people there as soon as possible.
But what I don't understand, though, is why you take the time to go upstairs. The danger upstairs, the unknown upstairs. Why would you put yourself in that situation?
So the person that ransacked the place probably killed him first, you think?
I'm sorry.
At the moment, there are several pieces of evidence against Rebecca. One, she said that she turned her husband on his back to check his pulse. But this is a pure lie. If she really did, then the whole floor and Rebecca would be covered in blood. 2, she claimed that robbers broke into the house and searched everything. But upon careful inspection, it turned out that the so-called robbers did not take valuable jewelry and Larry's wallet, which was full of money. All the things were beaten scattered to make it look like it was a robbery. 3, her statements were not true, and also her behavior was very strange. At one moment she could cry with grief, and after a few minutes she could laugh with the police.
Gun. Firearm.
We did own a gun.
Okay.
We bought one very, very recently.
Where did you guys keep it in the house?
It was kept in our bedroom and our armoire.
All right. When you were a girl growing up, did your family have guns? Were you ever around them? Anything like that?
I really can't remember. My father hunted there and all of that. I don't remember being around a gun.
Okay.
I've never fired a gun.
Rebecca said that the gun was purchased recently and was stored in the bedroom on the 2nd floor. In order to shoot Larry with this gun, the robbers would have to go through the living room where he was watching the match, go up to the 2nd floor and find the gun.
Going into a little bit of your personal relationship with him, how long were you all married?
We were married 3 years.
Okay.
You have a life insurance policy?
I think Larry does, yes.
For how much?
I don't know.
Who's a beneficiary?
I think I am because I'm his wife.
She also had an excellent motive for murder. If Larry had not been alive, then the insurance company was obliged to pay $1 million in compensation. The detectives were 100% sure that she was the killer, but they had insufficient evidence. The case was closed for 3 years. But a strange thing happened.
2 fires at the same house on Oconee Street in Clearwater, separated by less than 30 hours. That's why homeowner Rebecca Fenton says it's been an emotional few days.
Indescribable. I feel a little despondent. This can't be happening.
The house bought by her husband for £2,500,000 million burned down as a result of an accident. Rebecca did not receive insurance payments in connection with the investigation, and the burning of the house was one of the attempts to get money. After this incident, detectives became even more worried.
He was Larry. I'm not sure if this is an ending or if it's a beginning. You know, if the Lord is with us, who is against us?
There was not enough evidence, and the police needed witnesses or a frank confession. Detective Mike Hasty made a breakthrough in this case. He began to collect all the evidence together, and we had a witness, Alfred Nolad, Rebecca's ex-boyfriend. Their acquaintance happened immediately after Larry's death. He said that one day they quarreled, and she put a knife to his throat and said that I would kill you as well as my husband. However, there was little confidence in his words because he had previously lied to the police. The detective interviewed Alfred's relatives, and they claimed that a couple of years ago, he told them exactly the same words. The detectives picked up the call records and they managed to study Rebecca's call. She informs the police about her alibi from the very beginning, and this leads to suspicion. An ordinary person would be shocked and would start panicking and trying with all his might to bring an ambulance and the police. After 6 years, Rebecca got into the same interrogation room. I wonder what she will say this time.
911, what is your emergency? My emergency is I think my husband's been shot, my house has been burglarized. I just walked in. I'm not getting a pulse on him. I just came in from the gym.
Now, when you came home, did you find anything in the house?
I was in the gym. We have a gym out back, and I was working out in the gym.
The case was closed after the discovery of the real gun from which Larry was killed. Rebecca's fingerprints were on it, and he was with his other personal belongings in his stolen car.
Alright. That's for you. I don't know if you like nice Dr. Pepper or not, but that's all we have in the fridge right now. 2 years ago, I started investigating an unresolved case.
Do you know what happened to Larry?
Do we know what happened? Listen, okay? I know your mind's going 100 miles an hour. Try to just listen, okay? 2 years ago, I started investigating an unresolved case in Clearwater, and it's your husband. So I just want you to listen, okay? Okay.
I have a question.
I want you to listen. This
was found in my
this
car.
bag is right there. This is Larry's watch. This is the bracelet. This is a handgun, a revolver. This is a little key to a soft-sided gun case. And these are the keys to the Jeep.
You're not being honest with me.
I'm absolutely being honest. The first thing I said to you was that I'm going to be open and honest with you, and I just want you to listen. I know this is a lot. I know that I've had 2 years, and I know you've had now 10 minutes. Everything I am telling you, I have no, just listen, I have no benefit to lie.
I agree.
None.
I agree.
Everything I am telling you is the absolute truth. These are the contents of the bag.
I know that mine and Larry's relationship can be legitimized by talking to people that he had talked to days before, that we had encountered within days before. He just had a performance eval done. He had talked with Terry, talked about how happy he was, so there's a way to legitimize.
Okay.
But nobody knows what goes on into a private home. Larry and I did not have problems.
Okay.
And we're not having a bad day.
Out of all, now, as much as I don't understand any of this, especially this, I don't understand this. Don't comment. I'm just downloading this
Trust me,
case
the
file.
community destroyed me over that. I understand.
I'm showing you, okay? I wasn't there in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. I didn't pick these books up until 2012.
I want to talk to you, but at this point now I'm starting to feel like you guys are, like I'm being accused of this again, and I do want my attorney present, that's all. But I am saying this willing to cooperate. I do want to talk to you because the other two wouldn't talk to us. They wouldn't give me any information. I couldn't ask them any questions about Larry, and we were going to come in, but they wouldn't. So I'm grateful you've taken the investigation. I just want Dale sitting there as protection of me because I haven't been treated good through this whole thing, and to answer anything that I can. Okay. And I do want to work with this.
Okay.
I'm also having a tough time physically. I haven't seen these pictures in a long time. I'm having a hard time remembering a couple of things, and I'm just...
Rebecca, you're under arrest for the murder of Larry Fenton.
Rebecca was arrested for suspicion of Larry's murder.